So we just got back from Chicago. It was such a lovely trip. I fell in love with Chicago. It's it's great. I loved it. We stayed in the Loop. It was kind of like North Loop to be specific. It was Staten Lake. Um our room overlooked the State and Clark L stop. Um, we were there on the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. We got there on the 21st. We left on the 24th. I have footage of one of the incidents that happened on the 21st. We were in our hotel room, 16 floors up, and we hear gunshots, which I know what gunshots sound like. I am from New Orleans, and I've been here for 36 years, about to be 37. But I know what it sounds like. I am very familiar. I thought it was the TV at first, and then I looked at the TV and I'm like, no, they're sitting down at the table just having a civil conversation on this television show or movie or whatever. Matter of fact, it was the Denzel Washington movie with the train that can't stop or whatever. I don't remember guns being in that movie. So I was like, let me look outside and see what that was. Because that was definitely not the movie. It was, I don't know, 5 or 6 shots, maybe 7. It was pop, 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 pop. Again, familiar with that. We have now come into the season of, I hope that's fireworks where I'm from. So I know the sound. But let's go ahead and look at some of the stuff, and maybe I'll talk about more if you need further explanation. But let's look at some of the footage I have. Let me just say before we go further that the police response, they were coming out the woodwork. There was so many police officers. At some points of time, it looked like they did not know what way to run. And that is because a few moments after the shooting that was on State in front of the Chicago Theater, there was another one down like South Loop. So the first one was like the North Loop and the second one was like South Loop. All of them was in the Loop, but again, like one of them was by the river, closer to the river, and one of them was further away from the river. Anyways, let's go. Let's look at the stuff. I have all this stuff on Instagram already or Facebook, but I'm going to post it here too. Wow.
On bikes, the cops too.
Yeah, no, that's like, they deep. Those cars over there look like they in a rush to go. Ooh-wee. Wow.
Oh, they bossing out to go nowhere.
I mean, those kids, some of those kids look like they're still right there. But where did that happen, bro?
It looked like it happened on the other side on that street.
I wasn't sure if it was the TV at first, but then I said, nah, they not in a, like, they just sitting there talking on the TV. That was in real life. Bro, you can't tell your mom about this. Wow. I hope nobody got hurt. Yeah, y'all, ain't nobody going nowhere.
That car pulled right there. It's like,
yeah.
I guess I'm gonna back up.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
It was crazy seeing it all. That one.
That was quite a few shots, though. That was pop, 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 pop. Like, Chicago PD is deep, bro. That's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. But wow. They had hundreds, it seemed like.
Like you said, there's probably extra out this weekend.
Yeah, because something's going on in the city. Like some, I don't know. That's wild. Where all those kids were jumping around. They got tape right there now. The tape wasn't right there before.
Oh yeah, they're not letting nobody kind of go between the theater right now.
Exactly. Oh, I hope that. Yeah, see an ambulance? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And there's a hat that's just like kind of laying in the middle of the road right there. That's wild. Yeah, they have it taped off where all those kids were doing their little TikToks.
Yeah.
Right there by the subway station. Right there. Right down there. They have tape. It's just police coming down right there now. They're walking swiftly. And now they're going back the other way. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Aunt Joey's never gonna. I hope this doesn't come on the news.
Ladies are Roche to making it home for the holidays.
Oh, they putting somebody in. Oh, no, I'm moving. No, I can't do that. They're putting someone in the ambulance right now. Yeah, they just put someone in the ambulance. Ooh-wee. Literally making me think of the old TV show. Can't even think of the name of it right now. The First 48. So this photo says 9:53, and it was the first picture we took after hearing the gunshots. The last picture I have, I think, where everything was still normal was like 7:50 or something like that. And then we were just kind of chilling, watching TV, thinking about what we were going to go do, because we were going to go do something. Thinking about what to go get to eat. And then that's when all the craziness started to happen. And then this picture says 9:55. So just look at the difference between 9:53 and 9:55. Let's put them together here. So here's another picture, and it's from 10:02 p.m. And one thing that fortunately set me a little bit at ease was these ambulances weren't in a rush. I was like, all right, cool. If they're not rushing to get to the hospital, these kids are okay. They're not dying right here, at least. If the ambulances were rushing, then you would believe they needed medical attention more than the EMSs could provide at that moment immediately. But again, the ambulances, there's about 4 ambulances, I think, that went in front of the theater. None of them were in a rush. So I was like, that's a good sign, actually. That is a good sign. It means there isn't an urgent need for life-saving measures at this point in time. So yeah, it was eventful, but again, it was still pretty fun. I'm from New Orleans, so like we have shit like this that happens all the time, unfortunately. And growing up with that, you kind of learn a lot of times these are isolated incidents. Of course, there's always going to be innocent bystanders. I even was thinking some of these kids were probably innocent bystanders. I seen a fight happen a few hours before the shooting. Really, what happened was I heard the hits. Like, I heard the contact being made by a fist or a slap, like something. I just heard the pop, pop, pop. And I was like, I know that sound. And I looked down and somebody's pop, 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 just ringing someone out. And I thought, where I'm from, somebody feels like they're disrespected like that, they come back later with something that's going to even the score, quote unquote. I don't think that even in the score, no, you just stop. Just take your L, go home. But I was wondering maybe it was some sort of retaliation from the fight I had seen earlier. I did not film the fight. I was like, wow. But anyways, it happened so quickly, but I heard the pop, pop, pop. I just heard the hits making contact. You know the sound. If you know, you know. It was crazy. It was still fun. And I don't think it should deter you from going to visit the cities that you want to visit. Oftentimes you're like, oh, well, if I don't go to these things, I won't get hurt. Like, I won't be a victim of violence or an innocent bystander. That's not the way to think of things. Like, just go. Just go. Do the things. Don't let anything stop you. If it's your time, it's your time, unfortunately. I don't think it should stop you from going. Yes, people can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but that shouldn't deter you from going out and experiencing life. We shouldn't let the criminals run around freely and having us stay home because we don't want to be somehow mixed in with that violence. But again, a lot of these are isolated incidents. You're not going out there looking for trouble. You're not getting into fights. You're probably not going to be part of a news story. But again, don't be scared to go out just because stuff like this happens. Yes, you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yes, you can walk away from it without a scratch. You can also not walk away from it, but that's not the determining factor on whether you should stay home or not. I think we should still get out and experience life. So, yes, that was when I was literally witnessing a real life first 48 video. The shooting that happened by us injured a lot of teenagers, but the shooting that was a little further down did leave an 18-year-old deceased and I think another person in critical condition. So it really sucks. Like I said, I'm from New Orleans, so like I've lost friends to gun violence. I have seen community members lost to gun violence. I have had friends that have committed gun violence and they're in jail now. I don't really consider them friends anymore, of course, because I don't want to surround myself with people like that. But anyways, yeah, Chicago, even considering all of that, I think next time if we go to Chicago, I'm gonna stay north of the I was about to say lake, north of the river, more like the Magnificent Mile. I was just blocks away from the Magnificent Mile, but I feel like on that side it's a little bit better. But it was great, even considering, and I do want to go back. I think next time we go back, I'm going to bring the kids with us, and we're going to probably stay closer to Millennium Park and maybe even closer to Navy Pier. But I think we're going to be on the outskirts next time. But it was still so much fun, even considering. But yeah, okay, bye.